Okay, you've got your sheets, and on one of the pages I've got packing your switch box and some extras, and the extras you're going to put in your kit. So I decided I'd do a quick little things that help you get organized and things that are going to make your life so much easier. So I suggest that you take an empty compact that comes in a box like this, the mini. You label it with a sticker that says light CC creams, if that's mainly who you sell to. Or if you sell to a mix, then you'll have a couple with light CC creams and you'll have one with medium to deep CC creams. Okay? And that's what an empty compact looks like when you get it. And it'll just be closed like this. I'm suggesting what you do is to load a compact you need to have 3 eye colors, a cheek color, and applicators. So if at the point of sale, if somebody says, I would like to have a compact that they tried today, and they have tried the nude look, let's say. Let's say they're a light CC cream. Oh, that's medium to deep, so I might as well at least do it right. This is the light to CC cream. And you've given them a choice. If they want to put the eye on as per the 3 colors, or if they just want to do an ombre look today. Let me explain that. If you're going to do an ombre look, that means you use the light color in the compact, and then they can use either color number 2 or color number 3. If they're doing the top look in the compact, they're going to be using colors 1, 2, and 3. So if they've never done makeup before, do ombre with them. Okay, you're taking your colors off the color card. So let's say she said, I want to buy this compact. I love it, and I love those colors. And you say, yes, those were personally selected for you. So you would open up your compact. It is magnetized and it comes with no color in it. All the colors come like this individually. So that's the size of the eyes. You lift those out, whoopee, and you pop them into the compact in the right position. And I always, this is backwards to you. I don't know why that happens, but anyway, it does when you use Facebook. I always start on the left-hand side of the compact when I'm looking at it. I put my lightest color on the left, then my mid-tone, and then my dark, and then my cheek color on the bottom. That's how I set mine up. It'll look backwards in the mirror, though, or in the video. So rather than me going, okay, now I've got to find, these are all lined up in your little switch box, and you're going, what do I need? I need a honey spice. Oh yeah, that's that one. I need a hazelnut. Oh yeah, that's that one. Then I need a French roast. And then I don't do any of that. I just take this list when I'm at home. When this comes in my order, I take this compact out. It's empty. I open my colors up, lift them out, and pop them into the right spaces in the compact. This is a magnetic compact. These are magnetized, so they pop in there and stick. And then I just sell it like this. It's already loaded. And in the bottom, they have their cheek brush and their eye applicators. So everything is loaded in this compact. I shut it, I close it, I dust it off with a nice soft cloth. I put it back in here. I put a label on it. And so when somebody says, I want to buy that smoky eye look, rather than me having to fiddle-diddle around, hoping that everything is in alphabetical order in my switch box, hoping the elastic hasn't slipped off, trying to figure out which one's which, getting it all flustered and mixed up, I preload it at home. So when they say to me, I would love to have that compact, I say, great, here it is, and I drop it in their bag. One decision, all loaded. Okay, that was the first thing I wanted to show you. Beauty hack number 1. Beauty hack number 2, remember I said that they could use, and I demonstrated to you, that they could use the concealer on their eye area, and that is on one of your handouts. It's underneath how they apply their skincare. And I said that they could put some concealer on their eyelids. It forms a base. And when you form a base, what happens is when they go to put eye color on, and so when they're at their second appointment, they're doing the concealer on their face. Now, I'm going to pretend that this is a concealer. I've got to, I can't just take it off there and stick it on where I want to stick it. So I'm going to put some concealer on a stick. Okay, so here's what I want to show you. When they're putting it on their eye area, they're going to use that sponge tip and you're going to put it on a stick like this. They're going to put it on their eye area, and then smooth it out. And that's going to decrease all the color discoloration. So what happens? Why is that a really good idea? Let me show you. They're going to be putting color on, and I've chosen the darkest color just as my example. Okay, so I've chosen the Sweet Plum of the CC creams for the dark to medium. When you put it on, and you've got a concealer underneath, when you go to blend it, it blends so much easier. Let me show you where I didn't put any concealer. It goes on streaky and splotchy. So you see how this blends out? It's much softer looking, blends so much easier. This tends to go on streaky and splotchy. So when they have put a concealer, if they've purchased the concealer, you're going to show them this little trick because it's going to add value to the concealer. When they put the concealer on everywhere and underneath their eyes, they're also going to put some on their lid, blend it out, and then when they go to put their color on, it's all going to blend so much easier, and it's not going to be streaky and heavy. That's a great hack. Okay? All right, if you are demoing it at the skincare class out of your tube, then you've got to put it on a stick to give it to her, right? You can't just give her this and she puts it on. If she has her own there, then you can show her how to work with her own. Beauty hack number 3, maybe. Okay, when you go to sell a lip gloss, these are, when I talk about stir sticks, they kind of come in boxes like this. I pay $2.99 for these. I don't know how many I've gotten here. I must have 1,000 and maybe more. I don't know how many are in here. But anyway, I said that you could purchase a full-size lip gloss and use it for sampling. They also come in samples, and this is what sampler cards look like. They come with an applicator in there, and you're going, oh, I like that idea. However, once they use that, you pretty much end up throwing it out because it's going to leak all over the place if you didn't have tape to tape it up and send it home with them. You can only use it once. So these work out to be, while they're convenient, and I can't remember if they're $2 for 6 or $2.50. So that's either 33 cents each or 41 cents each for one application. This tube, your price on that is wholesale $9. This tube, if you use this for the next 2 years, you still wouldn't be out of it. You could do hundreds of faces with this. And so how you demo that when I was talking to you was I said you buy a stir stick and you stick the stir stick in. So I suggest that you get as skinny a stick as you possibly can. This one doesn't fit in there, so you would have to have one that's even skinnier. And I have some of those. Where did I buy them? That would be the question. The other thing that works in here, I do know, so this is the skinny one. And the skinny one just sticks in there, and then you can take it out. A toothpick would work as a sampler, so you could have a box of toothpicks. Q-tips work. You can pop them in like that and then pass it around like that. So I personally would use a full size versus using these little samplers. Too much money. Now, the other thing I want to talk about on those is on the video, I showed you the opportunity to use 3 colors. When you first start, choose one color, and I suggest you use Beach Bronze. It's light, works with everything, can't mess it up, it's a good color. So I'm going to give myself a check mark. I've done that hack, I've done that hack. Now the day-night, I talked to you about the day-night. Okay, so they were, if they decide to go with the Miracle set, when they purchase their set, here, they decide that they're going to take the Miracle set, so they're going to get the skincare plus the day-night. Now, in the video I talked about, they start their video, and on the instructions I talk about, you use your cleanser, moisturizer, and CC cream for a week, then you add your day, and then you add your night. One of the things that I've done for a long time is on a Post-it note, write start in 1 week on the day, and then start in 2 weeks on the night. And I usually put a piece of tape on so they don't fall off. So when they get home, pardon me, when they get home, then they don't start it all and then have the problem I talked about on the video. So you may want to do that. I'm going to have a little taste of this peppermint here. I usually bring water down. Okay, that should stop that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, hack number whatever. This is the satin hand set. So in the satin hands, you get what's called the fragrance-free protecting softener, it's called. Softener. You get this is called the smoothie mix, and you get the hand cream. So, you're not doing this till you have sold the product just before they leave, and this will be one thing that they might desire to have. And if you watch how to use this effectively, there's a real quick video. I'll talk about buying one of these netted sponges and throwing it in so that you get maximum benefit from it. But what I wanted to talk about was, because I told you that I put in to orders the gift with purchase, and I put in a little extra emollient demo satin hand. It comes from the demo side, section 2 on the order form, and it's called Extra Emollient Night Cream. Now, Extra Emollient Night Cream is the hand softener, but it's the hand softener without any fragrance and without one of the ingredients. So they look different and they smell different, but they do exactly the same thing. And the other one is the hand cream. And so when I put these together into their little package and drop these into every set that I sell of skincare, they're getting 2 of the steps of the satin hands. So if they haven't bought the satin hands yet, then they're going to go ahead and they're going to have that in their set. So that'll look after their hands until such time as you get to see them again. And I did put in here the directions on how to use it. I gave you a few tips in here. You cut these and you just wrap them up with the directions with the satin hand set and your information so they know how to contact you. Okay, I just wanted to make that clear. The other thing about this is when they run out of this smoothie can't be bought individually. So they can't buy this softener individually either. So when they run out of softener and they say they want more, you sell them an Extra Emollient Night Cream that comes in exactly the same size tube. It just is different. And the difference is it looks a little different color and it smells a little bit different, but they do exactly the same thing. Then they're getting a baby size hand cream, and they can purchase a hand cream by itself, but the smoothie is unpurchasable, if that's a word, by itself. So just in case you have somebody, you would either have to break up a satin hand set to sell it to them, or you would have to tell them that they will want to be purchasing the whole set again. Up to you. I break a set up and use it, but you can do as you wish. Okay. Done that one. Did the satin hands one. Concealer, I did that one. So we have another hack. Okay. These are the extras that I suggested you buy. And I've got all these at a Dollarama. I like Dollarama because it doesn't smell funny when you go in there for a dollar store. Pink ribbon. And I showed you how I put pink ribbon on the bag. So from 50 feet I can see which one's for dry normal skin. And I got purple ribbon, and that's for the combination oily skin sets. Waffle pads for eye makeup remover. They're called cotton pads. Got those there. I didn't talk about this, but I should have. I get these bobby pins. They come on sheet like this at dollar store. And so if somebody needs to pull their hair back on their head when they're doing their skincare, I give them 1 or 2 bobby pins, and when they're done, I throw those bobby pins away. And the reason I do that is you don't want to be passing some hair little thing along, like lice, I think it's called. The other thing I have, I talked to you about the garbage bags. This is what a little rolled bag of garbage bags looked like. When I said get pens, I mean get lots of pens. If they take them home, they take them home. They can't write up their sales slip if they don't have pens. They can't write down their wish list if they don't have pens. You could get a box of cotton Q-tips, and those would come in handy for doing the lip gloss if you can't find any little sticks. And they're also handy when you're doing 3-color look. Oops, sorry, I banged that. I use the sponge tip to take color number 1 and color number 2 off. I use sometimes a cotton Q-tip to take color 3 off, and I'll tell you why. Because you don't need very much, and it's easier to add than it is to take away, is what I found when they're doing their eyes. So I just roll a Q-tip on there like that, and pass it to them, and that's how they would put their color number 3 on their look on. That way you don't use another sponge tip, because sponge tips are costing you about 11 cents each. So they could roll this on in the color number 3 area, and they don't get too much on. Because if you get too much on, tricky to get off. Okay, then the next thing I want to talk about is cotton balls, making sure that you got the ones that are cotton, not a cotton rayon blend. And the other thing I suggest you get is either a magnetic shower, it doesn't have to be magnetic, a shower curtain from the dollar store, it's $2, or one of those little plastic tablecloths. So when you go into somebody's house and you're doing a group of ladies, you put this down on her table and then you set up. Because why you want to do that? Because if somebody comes with a wet face cloth, it doesn't matter. They can just put their face cloth right on the table and it doesn't mess with anything. If somebody has a beautiful wood table underneath there, they're going to have a fit if somebody drops something, or they're going to be worried the whole night that somebody's going to do something to their tabletop. And placemats are not enough, so I just buy these. They're cheap. If it gets really, I just wipe it off usually. And I've had mine I used one for years and years and years and years. It was a pink one. And then one day we were doing feet and I needed to throw it on the floor, so after that I threw that one away and updated it and have another one. But I always have this in my bag. Is it going to fit back into this plastic you got it in after you use it? No. Just fold it up and place it over into your kit. You can just find somewhere in your kit to slide it down after you fold it up. So that's a great hack too, because you don't want somebody having a fit over their table, and you would be sick if somebody did something, dropped something, and somehow marred up the finish on somebody's table. But what I really like this is because they can put wet cloths anywhere, and it doesn't matter. It's so handy. Okay, so those were the hacks that I wanted to tell you about, and I'm sure I'll think of, I had one more hack. When I talked about lipstick, let me grab a couple of lipstick. Our lipstick comes and looks in different containers. There's a lipstick sample on the bottom of the color cards, and I showed you how you could take them off with a little bit of either a stick, their sponge tip, or they could even take it off with their finger and put it on. Here's the thing about lipstick. I call it a landmine, because you could put the same lipstick on 10 people and look completely different. Why? Because the pH in their skin changes their lipstick color. I do not want to get involved in that, because you could try up to 10 lipsticks on somebody, and then by then their lips are a funny color and nothing works and they're distraught because they couldn't find a lipstick color. I don't worry about it. I just say, oh, that's the one we have. Those are the ones we have. So I want to show you how the coral and the rosette that are on the lip cards. The coral is on the blue one, blue lip card, which is for the light CC cream people. You see the part that you can see the lip color. You press on it. Whoops, sorry. You press on it, and it pops out the lipstick, and then it turns up like normal. Otherwise, if you don't show people that, they don't know how to get into the lipstick. Okay, so that's how that works. And then our other lipsticks just roll up like this. But what I wanted to tell you was, just don't go to lipsticks. Spend more time on, have 3 lip glosses and say, oh yeah, well let's just put, and they put that on, lipstick on, they say, oh that's not my color. Say, oh yeah, I guess not. But let's try a nice gloss with that. I'd rather carry 3 lip glosses than 25 lipsticks. Try all 25 and find out she never liked any of them anyway. I just don't want to get into that. So that's my lipstick hack. Don't go there. Let them put whatever one's on the card, and sometimes I'm very crafty and I say, why don't we not put that lipstick on? You can take that home and try it tomorrow. Why don't we put a gloss on? Because the gloss is just really going to look gorgeous with this look. Going to give your lips a little bit of shine, going to make them look moist, going to make them look a little bit, fuller, and that's always a good thing. And so I just try and scoot right away from, I want to sell one of these 3 lip glosses, or just the one I want to work with, Beach Bronze. Could totally just work with Beach Bronze, totally just work with Fancy Nancy all the time. And if all my clients were in the deep CC Crumb colors, then I would just work with the Sparkling Berries lip gloss, period. Do not go to lipstick. Don't buy in a lot of lipstick, carry a lot of lipstick, figuring out, buying tons and tons of these samplers. You send them home with samples of lipstick, like, I mean samples, lots. You can sample for a long time. And they may or may not ever come around to getting lipstick from you. So I just don't spend the time with it, okay? All right, so that was all my little quick tips, my beauty hacks today. Thanks.